Today I want to talk about what I call the sacrifice fallacy. This is a very simple but very hard to understand concept for people who are ambitious and driving towards something. The world we live in today says that you must sacrifice. You can't be content and run in the morning and build a business and have a family. That's all really hard to do because something needs to give. And there's a lot to unpack here. The first thing is, how do you define your priorities? If everything is a priority for you, then you are absolutely going to suffer. Something is going to give. Your mental health, your physical health, something. And that's, for most people, what the problem is. You don't need to viciously give up sleep and training to build something new and interesting. What you need to do is prioritize. And entrepreneurs, business owners, side hustlers, people doing anything worth doing, we make a fundamental mistake. We put ourselves at the bottom of our priority list. And this is what I call the sacrifice fallacy, that we think we need to sacrifice our own well-being to build something amazing, when actually the logic is the other way around. If you put yourself at the top of your priority list and you make your mental and physical fitness your number one goal, everything else will fall into place. You know who people hate working with and for? That asshole who is always grumpy, always tired, never trains, and treats people like shit. That person, they are that way because they don't have their priorities in order. They are that way because they think that working 20-hour days is the only way to work. That way of living is dead. That is not going to sustain us in remote work. It's not going to sustain us in the world of a pandemic, and it's not going to sustain us afterwards. The sacrifice fallacy is just that. It's a fallacy that you need to sacrifice your well-being to build something worth building. Now, there are obviously exceptions to this. If you are trying to be the absolute best person in the world at something, and I mean that literally the top 0.01%, you have to sacrifice. But you're making a choice. You're putting your priorities in place. You are saying that you are happy to sacrifice a relationship or something else to be the best in the world at this. The most recent and great example of that is the documentary called The Last Dance about the Chicago Bulls and Michael Jordan. And he unequivocally understood that he was sacrificing some things to be the best in the world at something. He did that for a period of time and then lived the rest of his life not sacrificing. That was a choice. It didn't happen to him. So before you get angry next time you say you don't have time to work, you don't have time to train, or you don't have time to spend with your kids or your dog, think about what your priorities are and think about what you're happy sacrificing. Are you living in the sacrifice fallacy where you believe the only way to do your job is 20 hours a day so you can sleep for 2 hours and do something else for 2 hours? If so, maybe it's time to rethink your priorities. So if you like this video, please click the like button below, share it, subscribe to my channel, and talk to people about the sacrifice fallacy. Thanks for watching, and I really hope you get a good night's sleep.